Hey guys, Adrian here, and no, nothing's wrong with your video. This is in black and white. I'll get to that in a second here. But I want to start out by saying my senior quote when I recently graduated high school was that of one by Jobs, that not going verbatim, but roughly went along the lines of, I want to make a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why even be here? That's something that really resonated with me, and the reason I put it as my quote is because something I think about each and every day I go to work, each and every day before I go to sleep, is that of impact. I think the best advice, one of the best advice I've heard when I was younger and growing up in this entrepreneurial world is that of you're building your legacy every day and you're shaping that. So keep that in mind. Now, this video, as it's entitled, is the issue of impact. And what is the issue of impact to me? I think the only issue of impact in today's society, in today's world, is that not enough people think they can do it. Not enough people think they can impact the world. Now, what I mean by impact, I mean influence, change it, shape it. I strive so much every day to find that everlasting thing that I can do, that I can help with, and I push myself, um, because I think ahead. I like to think 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, who's going to be watching this? Who's going to be watching the content that I threw up, whether I'm here or not? Is it my grandkids? Is it my kids? Is it my family, extended family? And what's the impact that's going to have on them? Now, the irony is, I may not be alive to see that, but I think that's the thing about all great visionaries and people who truly impact the world. They set out to do it not because they're gonna bask in the limelight, not because they're gonna see the fruits of their labor and get all this recognition, but because it's the right thing to do. Because as humans, I think philosophically we're here to better the world while we're in it. Getting on a philosophical standpoint, I don't believe in an afterlife. I don't believe in a heaven, nor do I believe in a hell. I think we do the best we can while we're here because that's impact. That's something I can tangibly do that helps people in the now. I'm not so much concerned again of um, when I die, all the things, all the physical things, and all the money. It's not going to be anything to me. I'm dead. Um, but that is things I leave behind that can help my family in the real world, in the now. The money I leave behind, etc. That's what matters to me. Accumulating that, building that. I think in society today, we're taught to fit in rather than to change, to shape, to influence. That's a system we have now in schools and everything. We're told, we're graduating and we go into the real world to kind of fit in with the system, to fit into this corporate world, to fit into whatever, to, to live life in this confound space that to get by, the notion that we're here in life to just live it rather than change it. That's really what I remember in an interview with Steve Jobs. He really said best that when you realize that you can poke life and something comes out of it, that changes the way you view it. And what scares me the most about an impact is that there are people in the world who you think, of course, have changed the world for the better, who have done amazing things. Um, Jobs being one of them, Gates being one of them, Martin Luther King, um, philosophers like there's scientists, there's Darwin, there's Newton, there's Karl Marx, there's all these other people. The list can go on. From men to women who've done amazing things that shape the world, and on the same spectrum, on the opposite side, I should say, there are these people who will go down in infamy: Hitler, Mussolini, um, etc., who've done treacherous things, and yet will always be remembered on how they impacted the world. Maybe that was their motive, maybe it wasn't, but that scares me that people like that can impact the world by a mass extinction, by a killing, by something like the Holocaust. And they'll go down in infamy forever. It'll be taught to our kids, it'll be taught to our future generations. Yet the people who want to make an impact on the world for the better are afraid, are scared. Most kids nowadays, again, they just want to live life, they just want to do these things. But that's always a common question that I'm sure a lot of people ask themselves, what can I do to change the world? But that's really where it sits, just on that question. Never does it really go into action. And I think it's something we need to embrace more. And the thing is, you don't have to be this super smart, super creative person to impact the world. It's more than that. It's more than smarts. It's more than talents. It's more than skill. It's relentlessness. It's usually the relentless ones in life who really impact. Somebody who sees something, some change they want to make in life and stick to that. Now, the same aspect, the true innovators, the true people who leave their mark on the world, also can realize when they're chasing something that may be a false hope, and they simply move on to the next thing. And that's life. Impact can be on a global scale, whether you are some inventor or maybe you're doing something in nursing, in medical, maybe it's something in IT. It varies in field to field. And I think to wrap up this video, I just want to say that it's not this select few, I feel, that can leave their mark on the world. You're brought into this world, and I feel like we all contribute what we can contribute. Life isn't just here to live it. And life, much like this video, isn't just black and white. It isn't just this one way or the other way. It's that stuff in between. It's that gray area where you can change it, shape it, influence it, and bring new things into it. Life is more colorful than just black and white. So can one person change the world? I think so. Do you have the potential to do that? I think so.